No one in the neighborhood had ever seen a CEO standing on a broken doorstep holding a child's handwritten letter addressed to Santa at the corner office. And no one, not even the tired young mother who opened the door, expected that the stranger wearing a black coat and haunted eyes had the power to change their lives, or that the little girl who wrote the letter would change his. Heart Chapter 1, The Letter That Shouldn't Have Reached Him. It started on a cold December evening when Evelyn, a single mother working double shifts at the local diner, found her little daughter Maisie, age 7, writing quietly at the kitchen table. The apartment was small, the wallpaper peeling, the heater wheezing like it was giving up on life. But Maisie sat there with hope glowing in her eyes, something Evelyn feared would dim if life continued this way. Evelyn thought her daughter was drawing again, something she did to escape the loneliness that settled after her father passed away 2 winters ago. But when Evelyn peeked over, she froze. It wasn't a drawing. It was a letter, carefully written in round, uneven handwriting. To Santa at the corner office. "What's that, honey?" Evelyn asked gently. Maisie looked up, her big brown eyes filled with certainty. "Mom, you always walk past that tall building and say important people work there, maybe Santa is one of them. Maybe that's his office." Evelyn felt her chest tighten. She didn't have the heart to correct her. "What are you asking for?" she whispered. Maisie shrugged. "Not toys. Just a friend for Mom so she's not lonely. And maybe a warm jacket for me so I don't feel cold at school." Evelyn's breath hitched. She turned away, fighting tears. Later that night, she helped Maisie place the envelope in the neighborhood mailbox, one she knew collected random flyers and sometimes left behind letters. She assumed it would get lost. Maybe that was for the best. She couldn't bear the thought of her daughter waiting for a miracle that wouldn't come. But the miracle found its own path. Across town, Logan Hale, the CEO of Hale & Company, sat alone in his corner office on the 38th floor. His workers had left hours ago, the building silent except for the hum of city traffic below. Logan stared blankly at the framed photo of his late wife, Julia. She had died the same year as Evelyn's husband, in the same cold December that refused to leave his memory. His life since then had become mechanical: meetings, projections, contracts. The world saw a billionaire CEO with power and success. Inside, he felt like a ghost. A knock broke the silence. His old secretary, Margaret, stepped in holding a pile of sorted mail. "Sir, there's something you might want to see." Logan almost dismissed it, until he saw the envelope. To Santa at the corner office. No return address. Child's handwriting. Fragile hopes sealed inside. He opened it slowly, and as he read the innocent words, something inside him cracked, something that had been frozen for too long. He stood abruptly. Find out where this came from. That night, for the first time in years, Logan Hale left his office with purpose. By morning, he was standing on a shabby doorstep holding the letter with trembling hands. And when Evelyn opened the door and recognized him, the CEO everyone talked about, standing in the cold, her world stopped. Heart Chapter 2, The Knock That Changed Everything. Evelyn blinked, convinced she was dreaming. Logan cleared his throat softly, his voice warm but uncertain. "Are you, Evelyn Harper? Mother of Maisie?" Evelyn stiffened protectively. "Yes, is something wrong?" "No," he said, lowering his gaze to the letter. "Quite the opposite." He lifted the paper gently. "Your daughter wrote to Santa. Somehow, she wrote to me." For a moment, Evelyn felt both humiliation and guilt wash over her. "I'm so sorry," she whispered quickly. "She didn't mean any harm. She doesn't understand these things yet. Please don't be angry." Logan shook his head with an expression Evelyn couldn't quite read: sorrow, empathy, and something like longing. "I'm not angry," he said quietly. "I'm moved." When he asked if he could speak to Maisie, Evelyn hesitated. She wasn't used to kindness from strangers, especially powerful ones. But something in Logan's voice felt honest. Maisie peeked out shyly from behind her mother. "You're Santa," she whispered. Logan knelt to her height. "No, but I got your letter. And I heard your wish." Maisie's cheeks reddened. "Did I ask for too much?" Logan swallowed hard. "No," he said gently. "You asked for all the right things." As he spoke with Maisie, Evelyn watched the grief in Logan's eyes soften. He laughed softly at her jokes, listened intently to every word, as if this little girl was awakening something he thought he'd lost forever. Then Maisie asked, "Are you lonely too?" The question hit him like a blow. Evelyn gasped. "Maisie, it's all right," he whispered. "Yes, I am." And in that tiny living room, something unspoken passed between them, between the widowed CEO who had everything except love, and the small family who had almost nothing except their love. Over the next weeks, Logan returned, at first with practical help: a repaired heater, a warm jacket for Maisie, groceries. Evelyn protested, but he smiled gently. "It's not charity. It's what decent people should do." But as the winter deepened, so did their connection. Conversations grew longer. Dinners stretched into laughter-filled evenings. Maisie started calling him Mr. Logan, and sometimes, when she forgot, Santa. Evelyn hadn't smiled this much in years. And Logan felt alive in a way he thought was impossible after Julia's death. But rumors started spreading. People whispered. Some judged. Others warned Evelyn that CEOs didn't stick around for families like hers. Doubt crept in. Fear followed. Evelyn pulled back, trying to protect her daughter, and herself, from heartbreak. Logan noticed immediately. He arrived one evening, breathless from climbing the stairs, and said, "Evelyn, why are you shutting me out?" She looked down. "People like you don't stay with people like us." Logan stepped closer, emotion tightening his voice. "Evelyn, you don't understand. Your daughter reminded me what hope feels like. You reminded me what living feels like." She hesitated, tears forming. "What if we're just a charity project to you?" He reached into his coat and held up the crumpled letter. "This wasn't a project," he whispered. "This was a prayer, and it saved me." Slowly, Evelyn met his eyes, his expression raw, vulnerable, real. "Let me be part of your lives," he said. "Not as a CEO. Not as Santa. Just as a man trying to start over." Evelyn exhaled shakily, her defenses finally collapsing. "Then stay," she whispered. And Logan did. Not for a day, not for a season, but for the life that was waiting for all of them, born from a simple letter addressed